Hello there, and welcome to the Starfield ship review video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Celestial, or in my case, the Celestial 2. The number at the end of the name just denotes an increase in stats. So, for instance, the Celestial 2 has a reactor of 32. The Celestial 1's reactor will be weaker, maybe could be 30, could be 28, could be a lot less than that. But aside from that, the ships are the exact same aesthetically. As the name suggests, or not the name, as the look suggests, this is a Deimos vessel, and looking at how many weapons are on it, it is a combat vessel, as are Deimos vessels. Really cool design. It kind of looks like a heavily modified version of one of their other ships. I want to say it's like either the Longsword or the Broadsword, one or the other. But yeah, so looking at its stats, it's got 210 fuel, which is pretty low fuel. Like, I would recommend upgrading that fuel a little bit if you want to jump places. It's got a hull of almost 1100, which is very good hull for a combat vessel. Cargo capacity of almost 1200, which is pretty decent considering like it's mainly a combat vessel. It's nice, you can store a little bit. It's got a B-class reactor with 32 power. It's got a crew of 6, 27 light year jump range, which is really good. I would just recommend upgrading the fuel, just so you can jump a little bit further. Not jump further, but you can make the distance a lot better. It's got almost 1200 shields, which for a B-class is extremely good. The max shield in the game is 1600, and I believe that's a C-class, so yeah, having 1200 shields and almost 1100 hull is phenomenal. And then weapon-wise, it's got ballistics, particle, and laser weapons. And to my knowledge, they are all turret-based. Oh no, they're not. So the particle weapon is underneath, and it is not turreted. The others are turreted. So this is 281,000 for me. Your price will vary depending on your perks and which version of Celestial you come across. So I'm going to buy it real quick. So I purchased this ship off your boy here, Nick Howe Henderson, in the Deimos station. In the Deimos Star Yard, we're here in the Sol system. Now, I would come here, and if it is not here, I would go to Mercury, land on Mercury, jump in one of the other seats in your ships, allow you to wait a day, and then come back. This is quite a rare ship in that I haven't seen it very much in here, but it does exist. Okay, now we're going to jump and do an view.
True piece of history.
Alright, so here we are at the ship itself. We're gonna get a quick overview. Still, after hundreds of hours playing this game, I still press the wrong buttons. So as you can see, it's got the signature Deimos design aesthetic of being like kind of arrowhead. This is kind of more broader than some of the other ships, but it's still got that kind of arrowhead design. Really cool ship. Alright, let's enter. So entryway is in the back, which is interesting. You could swap it for the front if you wanted to, but I suppose the back makes sense too. So this is a Deimos entryway. Really like these Deimos. A lot of spacious, a lot of room. No windows, surprisingly. I'll grab that, and then let's enter the Celestial. So because it's a combat vessel, I'm not expecting much inside. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, yeah. So immediately we are greeted by my favorite room ever. This is a 2x2 command room, I believe. I like to refer to it as the CIC, which is the Combat Information Center. It's like an area on warships that where the bridge is for flying the ship and stuff, whereas this is more for organizing, like, say, ground troops or like other ships. Yeah, it's like basically like a control center. Really cool. Really like this. I like the Deimos one. So immediately when you enter through here, you have a ladder going up to the docking port, which is nice. Just straight in, straight out, one way. And then off to the side here, thank you, Sarah, we have a 3x1. This might be a 3x1 or a 2x1, all in one berth. Pretty interesting. And then the next door, we have a 1x1 storage room here. That leads to another 1x1 storage room. Okay, fair enough. Got a toilet there for anybody that has problems with peeing or pooping. And with a shower. I don't see the shower though. Unless it like shoots up. I mean, it is space. It could technically shoot up from there. Anyway, let's continue moving on. So, okay, and we're straight into the bridge. interesting. So not a lot inside, but like I feel like it's a good balance. You got some crew compartments, some storage, and then you've got the main kind of... So this is a combat vessel. It's got this typical Deimos bridge.
something?
I like this Deimos bridge, like the seating here, but like I said before, there's not a lot of like control stations here. I mean, it makes sense that you have this massive like control area here, but I'd like to see some more like even like imagine a seat sitting this way, you know, or like a seat sitting like this way, just like looking at terminals. But anyway, let's hop in this bad boy, check the stats and see how she flies. Yes, I did refer to it as a boy and also a woman. So yeah, there's the arrowhead design. Let's really quickly take her off. So looking at the pips, we might have some issue pip-wise. So we've got 2 sets of engines on each side. I'm hoping they will give us more than enough thrust. Got more than enough lift with those landing gear. Those Deimos landing gear are quite powerful. They like apply 4 landing thrust each, so that's like 16 landing thrust. So you could add a lot more to this and still be flight worthy.
Orbital pattern locked.
All right, so like I said, I have a perk that increases my power. So it gives me 5 extra power. I'm going to showcase it real quick. This one here, and neutronic power. So because of that, I'm not going to put those 5 pips in. So just looking at it, you have a decent amount. We could probably pull some from the ballistics and put them in the lasers. But ideally, if you're keeping this configuration, I would probably upgrade to a different style of reactor to give you a little bit more power. So weapon-wise, ballistics are not turreted. Particle, single particle underneath, and then the lasers are turreted, which is pretty decent. Having turreted lasers is probably better than turreted ballistics because at least you're doing shield damage, with shields being the first thing. I usually would go for either particles or laser. I wouldn't go turreted ballistics. Anyway, let's do a quick speed test. So it's got a base speed of 140. Engines sound pretty beefy despite it only going that speed. Got a boost speed of, okay, she bit fast. Boost speed of 520, which is pretty decent. Let's do a quick test. So she pitches extremely fast. Oh god, yeah, that's like a 9. And then yaw, not as fast. I'd probably say that's like a 7 out of 10. And then obviously the rolls quite slow. Yeah, that was the ship itself. We're going to do a quick teardown now. Alright, so here we are in the teardown. So, immediately at the front here we have a Phobos DS 10.1 cockpit. We have the Deimos Battle Station 2x2. Really love that. Look, crew capacity of 6. We have a Deimos 3x1 all-in-one berth. There's one here. We have a 1x1 Deimos companionway, a 1x1 Deimos storeroom, and then at the back here we have a Deimos landing base. I believe that's all that's in the ship. Yeah, that's all. So like I said again, we've got a DS 10.1 cockpit from Deimos, a Phobos cockpit, an all-in-one berth 3x1, a battle station 2x2, 120 LD landing bay, 110 DP Docker top, 1x1 companionway, and a 1x1 storeroom. So weapon-wise, we've got 3 of these Reza 10 PHC pulse laser turrets from Shinigami. They give B-class, range of 1000, 30 shield damage, and max power of 4. So they're pretty expensive power-wise. And then we have 2 of these Mauler 107i autocannons, B-class again, range of 800, 25 hull damage, and max power of 4. Where's the particle? Okay, and then we have down on the bottom here, we have the particle weapon. An Exterminator 95 MEV helium beam, B-class power, 3250 range, really high range, 39 damage to each, and 4 power. And then landing gear, like I said, it has 2 of these 320 CB landing gear. Oh, they have a thrust of 3, not 4. That's my bad. We've got 4 of these 200 cm ballistic cargo holds from Sexton, each giving 245 cargo. Here's the reactor here. It's an ion beam H1030 reactor from Xi'an, B-class, 31 power. We've got an SGD-2300 grav drive from Slayton Aerospace, giving us 30 base grav jump range. We've got a 500T HE3 hydrogen tank, helium tank, not hydrogen. Gives 210 grav jump fuel. And then we have this Tower N420 shield generator from Nautilus, B-class, 8 power, 975 shield. And then we have a pair of these Hercules DT160 engines from Panoptes. They each give 24,300 engine thrust and 4,650 maneuvering thrust. So yeah, like I said, if you plan on like rocking this vessel, I would probably recommend, let me see what engine or what reactors we got. So this is a B-class reactor. So I'd probably recommend something like this one here. It's about the same profile. It's about 10k more expensive, but it gives us an extra 8 power. That's a mag. But yeah, aside from that, everything else is pretty good. Weapon-wise, are pretty decent. Everything else. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this ship. Is it a ship you plan on rocking? Makes sense if you're like a UC, you know, you want to be UC Navy. Don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other ship reviews. Thanks for watching, guys.